Day 5 done. What did we do today, Todd? 67 miles?
Yeah, I think so.
It was incredible.
Alright.
Okay, so I don't want to make too much out of this, but I just wanted to share this. Today was an amazing day. And let me start there. Today was an incredible day for a variety of reasons. Yesterday was really hard. And if you saw yesterday's video, I was in a really bad mood yesterday. I was aggravated with myself and I crashed yesterday and it was just a hard day. A lot of stuff went wrong. Normally before we take off, when I first get on the bike or first start riding, I'll say a little prayer, like asking God to watch out for me today and, you know, thanking Him for the day and for Payton and that kind of thing. But what I really haven't talked about is I've been pretty mad at God for a long time, real frustrated and questioning whether or not like God even pays attention to what's going on. It's like, you know, thinking, man, I need some help here, man. But this morning, before we left the hotel, I stopped for a minute and stopped and got down on my knees at the end of the bed and made a pointed effort, not just to make a passing prayer, like maybe I have in the previous days, because I felt like I should do it. But to really pray like, God, watch over me today, help me. Like today I really need some strength. I need something, like I really need a good day today, you know? Because I don't feel like I've had a good day in a long time. And we got out on the road and it was, the beginning of the day was so wild. There was so much traffic and we were crisscrossing and I felt like we're not making any time, but the riding part was pretty easy, which is what I needed. And then we we went through Truist Park, which was nuts. There were cars everywhere and, you know, and it was a little bit harder of a ride, but it was crazy, but we made it through okay. And it was like, out of nowhere, we got to this point, and what was it called, Todd? The Silver Line Trail or something
like that.
And
I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, it turns out it's railroad tracks that they've covered, and we got on it, and it's now a walking path. And we didn't think much about it. Like, okay, we're on this thing. We think it's about 15 miles. And I think at the time we had 35 miles to go for the day. We're like, okay, we think this is about 15 miles or so. And, you know, you just went off in this little park area, nothing fancy about it. And I pulled off down in the park. And as I went down in there, you go down and this bridge comes over and it's just beautiful. And after you come over this little bridge, it goes down into like the most beautiful, peaceful little trail. It's asphalt. And I just took off riding. And I'm just riding. And I'm just getting started. And you realize as I look down, like, this is going to take me almost all the way. It's going to take me 32 of the 35 miles that we have left. And it's just gorgeous. And I realized this is going to get me almost through the day. And it's going to be perfectly flat. And it's going to be covered. And it's going to be cool and not hot. And I can just go. And I started thinking about this morning and my little prayer. And it's like, you know, it's like today, in that moment, I just felt like God was like saying, hey man, she's right here, I got you. Today's okay. It was awesome. And I have a playlist of songs that made me think about Payton and all that Amanda put together from her funeral and everything. And I just hit that. To be completely honest, for a long time, I just rode. Cried. But I got through it. And then it kind of just lifted my spirit. It's like, hey man, we got this. And we just took off and rode for 30 miles. And made it through the day. I mean, some people say it was going to happen anyway. I just know that today I praying for an easy day, and somehow it worked out. I feel better today at the end of today than I have any day of this ride. And we only have 2 days left, and I'm sure tomorrow's going to be a bear. I haven't even looked at what we're looking at yet, but it's going to be tough. But today, you know, it was quite a blessing, a much needed one. And don't think that I didn't stop the bike along the way. It was this beautiful area. The trees came over. There was one little part where the sun came through, and it made like a little open, sunny area. And for some reason, I just stopped there. I just said a little prayer like, hey, thanks. You know, give my girl a hug. Today was a good one.